everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a set of cow print nails. So we are going to be doing a feel. So as you can see, she did have on gel polish, so I'm going in with an extra coarse drill bit to remove that gel polish. And as always, I start around the cuticle area, working my way from the right side over to the left side, and then of course just removing the gel polish from the rest of the nail as well. And again, this is an extra coarse drill bit, and it is a safety one. You want to make sure that when you're using, whether it's a coarse drill bit or an extra coarse drill bit, that you are using a safety one, because you don't want to file on their natural nail, or you also don't want to cut your client since it is pretty coarse. So we're going to go ahead and finish removing all of the gel polish on all of her nails, and then we'll move on to the next step. So next we're going to go in and just push back the cuticles, and this is just going to help expose the new growth and also help with reducing lifting. So I'm using a cuticle pusher from Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave the link down below, because it came with the cuticle pusher and a pair of nippers. And then after we finish pushing back the cuticles, we're going to go in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. Remember that this is one of the most important steps of prepping the nail to apply acrylic. You want to make sure that you completely remove all of the shine on the natural nail. Again, this is a 180 sanding band, and you can also do this with a hand file, but again, we're just removing the shine from the natural nail. nail. I work my way from the right side over to the left side, getting as close as I can to that cuticle area, and that's pretty much it. So we're gonna go ahead and do this on all of the nails, and then we can move on to the next step. Alrighty, so I dust the nails off, and then now I'm going to go in with my Young Nail Protein Bond. And I do want to mention that you can use a dehydrator. I just choose to only use a protein bond just because, but I have no issues with lifting or anything, so it kind of just, you know, depends on the person. Next, we're going to go in and just fill in the nails. I'm using my Mia Secret acrylic system in the color pink. My brush is an alpha brush in a number 10 in an oval shape, and I'll be sure to leave those links down below. But as always, we apply the bead closer to the cuticle area, patting it down and brushing it down towards the tip, and then just applying a little bit more acrylic wherever it's needed. So as you can see with these, since they are stiletto, you want to make sure that you have a nice thickness at your tip, and also when they're longer, you want to make sure that you have a really nice apex, because if not, the nails will break off very easily, especially when they are longer. So again, the first bead, placing it closer to the cuticle area, so make sure that you place it as close as you can to that cuticle area, but not on the actual skin. And then to clean around your cuticle area, just wipe your brush off first on the paper towel, and then go in with the very tip of your brush and clean around that cuticle area. Very nice and simple, but you do want to make sure that you wipe your brush off on a paper towel before you clean that cuticle area. And then again, just making sure that we add a little bit more acrylic wherever it's needed. So make sure that you look at your nail from different angles. Look at it from the side especially, because that way you're going to be able to tell where you need to add more acrylic. Maybe your tip is too thin, maybe, you know, like right in the middle you need some, wherever. Just look at it from different angles and you will be able to tell. Alrighty, so same thing for the other hand. So we apply the bead closer to the cuticle area, patting it down, brushing it down towards the tip, and also make sure that when you're brushing the acrylic down that you're super gentle. You don't want to just brush the acrylic off the nail, because then you're going to have to keep adding more product. So again, place the bead down, pat it down, and very gently brush down the acrylic towards the tip, and then of course just add more acrylic wherever it's needed. Again, I'm using my Mia Secret acrylic system in the color pink, which is a really translucent pink. And then my brush is a number 10 oval brush by Alpha Brush, and I'll be sure to leave that link down below. Alrighty, so once we finish applying the acrylic, we're going to go in with a 100 nail file, and we're going to be reshaping the nails. So of course they're already that stiletto shape that we want. We just have to go in and redefine the nails, or sorry, the shape, because after, you know, wearing them for 2 to 3 weeks, you kind of just dull like the tips, especially if they're stiletto. They kind of get a little bit dull, so we want to go in and just redefine that shape. That way we get that perfect stiletto shape. So we file at a 45-degree angle on the sides, and then just keep filing until you get the pointiness or roundness that you want. Of course, if you want them more, you know, rounded, then you round them off at the tip, or if you want them very pointed, then just keep filing on both sides to make sure that the nail is nice and even. Next, after we finish reshaping the nails, we're going in with a fine drill bit to file the acrylic. So as always, I start around the cuticle area, working my way from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth until you're able to see where the natural nail is, or sorry, where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin. But again, start on the right side, work your way around to the left side, and just go back and forth. And also make sure that you look at the way that I'm holding her fingers. So as you can see, with my left hand, I use my thumb and my index finger to hold her fingers, and then with my right hand, I hold the drill, and then as you can see, I use my pinky to hold her finger, and that way I get more stability and my drill is not just all over the place. So I do suggest that even if this doesn't work for you, you know, just find something that you feel comfortable, like a position that you feel comfortable with when filing nails, and it will just make the process a lot easier. But you want to make sure that you seal the cuticle area really good, because if not, you will get lifting. Alrighty, so after we finish filing the nails, we're going in with a buffer, and we're just going to buff the nails really good, and this is just going to help get rid of any of the scratches left on the nail from the e-file or the hand file. So make sure that you buff those nails really good, because if not, you will be able to see those scratches through your polish. Alrighty, y'all, so for this look, we're going to be doing the white French tip, but I don't want to just leave the back clear. So I'm going to go in with basically like a reverse French tip. So I'm doing the back first, which is the pink part, and I'm using this Bubble Bath Gel Polish by OPI. And again, I'm just doing that on the back. So basically where the natural nail is on there, we're just outlining that, or just coloring or polishing that in with the pink, and then just cleaning up the smile line. Once we do 2 coats of that, we'll come back in and do the white French tip. And of course, you know, if you want to go ahead and just polish the whole nail pink and then come back and do the white on the tip, that's fine as well. But you know, sometimes gel polish get a bit thick, and I don't want, you know, the nails to be super thick, so that's why I'm doing the pink at the back. Again, that is Bubble Bath by OPI, and then I'm going to be using Perfect White by Madam Glam for the tips. We're going to do again 2 coats of the pink, and then we're going to come back in and do the white on the tips. Alrighty, so we're just going in and basically outlining what we already have, and we're just doing a second coat of the Bubble Bath Gel Polish by OPI. We're going to go ahead and do that on all of the nails, curing for 30 seconds, and then after that we're going to go in with the white on the tips. Alrighty, so for the white on the tips, we're basically going to just outline that smile line that we already have there. And then of course, if you get a little bit on the pink, no worries. You will be able to just remove that gel polish with a little cleanup brush. But of course, you have to make sure that you cure your pink before you do that. So again, this is in the color Perfect White by Madam Glam. I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave that link down below. As you guys know, I love their gel polishes. They go on so good. The consistency is so good. The coverage is flawless, and they have such a good variety of colors, and I just cannot wait to finally open up the next collection, which I will be reviewing on their channel on November 5th. So again, we're just doing the white. After this, we're gonna go in and just basically do a little bit more of the pink wherever it's needed. So we're doing the second coat on this one, and then we're gonna come back in and do the white tips on this one as well. Alrighty, so we went ahead and cleaned up the small line, and then we're going in with a second coat on this one. So again, I did 2 coats of the bubble bath, and then I'm doing 2 coats of the white. We're going to come back in and clean up our small line, and then after that, we're going to cure each hand for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so for the cow print, we're going to be using the color Perfect Black by Madam Glam, and I'm going to be using a small nail art brush by Young Nail, and I'll be sure to leave that link down below. So basically what I'm doing is I'm literally just drawing like random spots on the nail, not just dots, but when I draw them, it's like I kind of wiggle my brush around. That way it's not just a circle, but it, you know, looks like a spot. And we're just gonna do that on each nail. As you can see, I'm doing different sizes, so just make sure you just randomly do them on the nail. Again, this is Perfect Black by Madam Glam, and I do have a promo code for them. And then also I'll be sure to leave the link down below to this little small nail art brush from Young Nail. Alrighty, so once we finish doing all of the cow prints, we're going to go in and just cure this for 30 seconds, and then we're going to start applying the bling on the other hand. So I'm doing the bling right in the middle, like where the small line is. For the ring fingers, we're doing a rhombus, we're doing some SS6 and SS12, and then for the other ones, it's going to be a little bit, you know, more I guess like a simpler design. And then I'm also using the ZULAY nail adhesive and my wax pencil to apply the bling. Alrighty, so for the rest of the fingers, we're going to do just a rhombus in the middle like we did on the other finger. But except this time, we're only going to do two, or actually a SS12 on each side. And then two SS6, and that's basically going to be it. We don't want them to take, you know, over or take, yeah, I guess I could say take over the cow print. So that's why I didn't do them like the ring finger, which is just an accent nail. That's why I added a few more rhinestones. But again, we did the rhombus in the middle, and then two SS12 on each, or one on each side, and then the two SS12 on each side. We're gonna do that on all of the fingers, and then of course at the end we're gonna be spraying the nails with the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator, which helps the glue dry a lot faster. And then after that, we can go ahead and apply a top coat. And for my top coat, I will be using the Nail Supply Glamour Diamond Gel. Alrighty, so we are applying the Nail Supply Glamour Diamond Gel top coat. So after that, we're going to go ahead and basically do the same thing on the other hand. So again, we're just applying the bling on the middle on each finger. We're using the ZULAY nail adhesive, the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator, my rhombus bling, my SS6, my SS12, and what did I forget? The wax pencil activator. Yeah, I think I pretty much named everything. So I will be sure to link everything down below. We're gonna go ahead and again just apply this just like we did on the other hand, and then we're going to spray them with the activator and then apply the top coat and cure for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. They turned out so freaking pretty, and like the spots are just so pretty, and I love the bling right in the middle of each nail. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNail32, and I'll see you guys next time.